Qui c'est qui a dit OK, c'est parti?
Avec eux,
J'avais jamais ça.
Ah.
Là, ça va.
bon, ça va.
Bon, on va
Yeah.
Ok.
Eh bien, on vous laisse, Film.
Ciao.
Et à
Ok.
tout à l'heure.
On va faire le clap encore.
So,
Oui, le clap.
OK.
On fait un clap.
If you want to... Attends, wait, just a moment, Gabriel. Peter,
Juste un moment.
Peter, yeah. So, if you want to make a clap, mark it,
Clap de début.
Yeah.
but it's not necessary. So you make one, and after that you leave the set.
C'est bon.
Oh, yes.
So tell me when alone is alone.
Yeah. Loan.
Vim n'est pas en ligne encore. Hein.
Pourquoi?
Vim
Non,
n'est
non,
pas en
non, non,
ligne.
non, bien sûr, personne n'est en ligne.
I feel
Personne n'est en
watched.
ligne, d'accord.
We are wait-
Ok.
C'est bon
I
que
feel
On
Jean-Marc...
s'en va et on va vous appeler, Vim.
Non, 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 Gabriel. Bien sûr, le date tourne. Hein. Parce que maintenant, on va lancer les appels.
And clap.
Gabriel,
C'est peut-être la vie.
OK. Maintenant, vous voudrez... Jesper, are you
ouais,
OK?
c'est très léger.
OK. So, now, we please, you keep the silence and we are going to call the directors, OK?
On va vous appeler là.
Laurent, c'est parti. Please, silent now.
Hello, is it Lars?
Yes, it is, indeed.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
Do you hear me well?
I hear you well, yes.
Okay.
If that's the best you can do, that is, well enough.
Okay, fine. You know, we're on a conference call here and we are having other people coming in on the line. We will
Yes.
try to phone Lorne Scherfig.
I am on the line.
Hello, Lorne, how are
Hi,
you?
Marie.
You know Lars already, I suppose.
Yes, I do.
This is the jury, the Dutch jury.
Why?
the,
Well, but
we the
Lorne...
points from the Dutch jury.
Okay, well, now we'll see if we have a Jean-Marc coming on too, or maybe Wim in Munich.
Paris is in.
Okay, hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Is this Lars?
Oh, yes, it is.
Hey, darling.
Well,
What kept you so long?
I don't know. I was just sitting on my couch here. I was waiting.
well, no, there was a traffic jam, they told me.
Yeah, it's a nice day and there's protests in Paris.
Protests against what?
Huh? Against the fucking Danes.
Against Dogme.
No, against the Danes.
Okay, good.
Listen
What have we done?
Well, we beat you.
Listen to me.
Well.
Listen, Jean-Marc, and you have to be disciplined here now because
Yes.
we're waiting for Wim Wenders coming in from Munich. Are you there, Wim?
I'm here.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Very
Hello.
happy. Okay, so I would like to introduce you to each other. First of all, have you all got a camera in your hand? Wim, are you equipped with a camera?
I'm equipped and I'm shooting.
Fine. And have you got a headset so your hands are free?
My hands are free, my ear is busy.
Okay. And Jean-Marc, are you filming right now?
Yes, I'm doing the same thing as Wim.
Okay. And you hear each other well? Lorna, you hear all of us?
Yes.
Okay. And Lars, I suppose that's okay technically for you too?
Oh, yes. I have my hands free for almost anything.
Well, this is wonderful. Listen, there should have been a fifth director with us, and we're very sorry. It's Harmony Corrine. He is unfortunately lacking, because he wanted to be with us, and we've been in contact for many weeks, but really he couldn't. And we'll try to get through to a location manager that's in New York right now, who will explain a bit in a while. But first of all, I will tell you what we are doing together here. We will talk for 60 minutes together by phone from different places in the world. And we will talk in a common language, that's English, of course, and we will talk about a subject matter that is common to all of you. It's cinema in transformation, new technology, new tools, and like the video cameras that you are operating right now.
Right on.
Right on, and we will do this through the example of Dogme 95. And I'm Marie Berthelius, a Swedish film critic. And I'm in Marseille right now in the south of France. And it's a very nice place to be. I have the sea all around. And we're the 20th of June, 2000, and it's 5 p.m. in Europe. So I will let you talk now. I'm not filming myself, but you are, because you're all directors and I'm not. So Jean-Marc, could you please introduce yourself with your name and who you are, what you have done in connection with Dogme, and where you are, please?
Okay, my name is Jean-Marc Barr. I'm an actor. I've become a director through the use of these new little DV cameras and doing the Dogme number 5, Lovers, the first French Dogme we shot in English. And I've also decided to do 2 other films. The first film was called Lovers, and I've just finished shooting and editing my second film with whom I work, Pascal Arnaud, my partner. We just finished Too Much Flesh, and we're starting a 3rd film here in Paris in India called Being Light, all using the DV camera, and also because it just gives us the freedom to write and produce and shoot how we want.
Okay, and where are you right now?
Right now I'm in my living room in Paris, and I was just finishing the translation of Being Light into English.
Okay. Lorna, could you please introduce yourself too?
Yes, my name is Lone Scherfig. I am a film director finishing the 12th Dogme film.
The 12th?
Yes, we finished editing on Friday, the 1st of July,
Okay.
and it will open this fall.
And what's the name of your Dogme?
We haven't decided yet, but it is about a group of people studying Italian together, and it's a love story with some scenes that are supposed to be funny.
Where did you finally choose to be, Lone?
I'm in my living room,
And what are you filming?
myself and my living room.
Okay. So now to Lars, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Lars, and I am sitting outside the new house, and that you can't see, all of you, but it's a very nice place, and there are some animals around and some canoes and stuff, and it's really it's what we would call a pastorale in Danish. I don't know if it's the same word. And I have done a Dogme film also. It's very complicated. You have to film yourself at the same time. And other films also. And I was actually in Cannes when Wim got his prize, I remember, for Paris, Texas.
Oh.
And I am very happy that he's online, you know. And well, but it shouldn't be like that. But I'm honored, you know, that Wim is here.
We're all very
And
happy.
I've also stolen his photographer, his DP.
Yeah,
From many
Robbie,
films.
let's salute Robbie here together.
Oh yes, let's salute Robbie anytime.
But please tell me anyway the number of your Dogme, Lars, and your relationship. You're a bit particular to the Dogme movement.
Well, it's number 2. I did Dogme number 2.
And you also found out about the rules with someone else called Thomas Winterberg.
But this is what we are hopefully we're going to discuss if this has any, you know, meaning at all this Dogme thing.
We're going to find out.
Before it becomes a Dogme, maybe we should discuss it.
Okay, so now to Wim Wenders, could you please introduce yourself and tell me where you are?
Hello, my name is Wim. I'm sitting in an editing room in Munich at a digital post-production house where I'm editing a documentary at the moment that I shot with a German rock and roll band. And I'm so far not really affiliated in any way with Dogme. I'm a keen watcher.
Yeah.
I'm following from a distance. I've just last night seen Dogme number 2 again, and in order to be prepared. And I think more than a friendly observer.
Yeah, we invited you to have someone with an outside opinion and position. And what is your interest in this movement? I mean, was you immediately attracted by it?
By several things. By the technology used, because I share that with some of these guys. I've also made a film not entirely on the DVD, but I shot a lot of Buena Vista Social Club on the mini DV. I will continue doing so, but my big problem so far was that music had to be recorded at the same time, which for me turned out to be a big obstacle. So maybe that's why I haven't applied to shoot a Dogme film yet.
But maybe you could have a rock and roll band playing live next time.
Yeah, live is fine.
Anyway, before we start discussing, I would like to say that we're sorry that Harmony Korine couldn't be here, because he shot the first non-European Dogme, number 6, Julian Donkey Boy. And it would have been interesting to have him here, and we have sent a location manager to the States, and I don't know if we can have him online. Jeremy, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, yes.
Well, that's good. Where are you, Jeremy?
I am at the entrance of Central Park in New York.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I'm listening to you. I saw Harmony Korine yesterday. He
You met
wasn't
him?
able to...
Yeah, tell
He
me,
wasn't-
you met him and what did he say?
Yes, I said, but I saw Harmony Korine yesterday,
Okay.
and he wasn't able to make this movie for personal reasons. So he declined the offers and says he's very sorry for that.
Okay, did you get a mail from him?
Yeah, I got a mail from him. I can read it to you if you want.
Yes, please.
So he said, "I'm sorry, but I cannot do this at this moment. My mind is in a different place. I have daily crises and phobias that make my life too difficult. It's just I am fragile and unwilling at this precise moment." Harmony Korine.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy. What time is it in New York now?
It's 11 past a few minutes, I don't know exactly. I don't have any watch on my...
Okay, it's around 11. Thank you very much.
11 a.m. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Harmony stole that statement from me. I'm sorry.
I was going to say that. Sounds like Lars.
Yes. Well, we're very sorry anyway. Well, now, I remind you all that you should shoot this film in one single take for 1 hour while talking with me, and I suppose that you're doing that right now. Lars, have you chosen 1 or 2 cameras?
I am now like Arnold Schwarzenegger, kind of shooting with 2 cameras at the same time.
In your both hands?
Yes, one in each hand. Yes.
Okay, someone went off the line. I suppose it's Jeremy. I hope so.
I'm still on, yeah.
Okay,
Me too.
fine. Lorna, you're there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, so I think we're all there. Lars, was that the same kind of video camera that you used shooting The Idiots and Dancer in the Dark?
I wouldn't be able. No, these are smaller. These are small. I don't know anything about technique, but these are smaller. These are like the ones that we used for the dancing sequences in Dancer in the Dark.
When you had hundreds of them?
Yes, we had 100, which turned out not to be enough. But can I say something about Wim? Because actually he is much more present in this whole thing than he says he is.
Yeah.
Because what my aim for myself with these rules when I put them down was to come back to some kind of simplicity that in his very early films that he represented to me, and this kind of what shall we say, evokes your poetry and a fundamental kind of feeling. And as I told him and other people, are very, very fond of, especially his earlier films. And this was partly also because that was partly also the reason why all this started. Oh. Because I was kind of trying to force myself to go into this simple mood.
Yeah.
So you are more into this than you maybe think you are.
I refuse all responsibility.
Yes, I know, but you are as a inspiration.
Thank you very much, Lars. It's a strange thing if you have once made simple movies, like let's say Alice in the Cities, and to have continued making movies for 20 years or even more, 25 or something like that, and sort of try to remember how that simplicity worked.
Yeah, but that is kind of finding your innocence again, in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Which is, of course, difficult. I'm not. It's just that this film, the first time I saw it and when I've seen it again, struck me as being a very pure and, yeah, beautiful film. I also like your other films, but this one, for some reason, the purity kind of you see straight away.
Well, Wim, may I ask you if you know Lars personally, or have you ever met, and do you know Jean-Marc Barr and Lorne too?
No, I don't think I've ever met Jean-Marc or Lorne. I did meet Lars, yes.
In Cannes?
In Cannes only, I think.
Okay.
No, actually 2 times. I met you in Cannes when you got the Palm for Paris, Texas. And then I met you in Gothenburg, where I told everybody that I left my wife.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, very interesting.
You were a sort of psychotherapist to Lars then?
Yeah. Whenever I had problems, I always turned to Wim for some therapies.
Nice. Listen, Lorne, do you still hear me?
Do I hear you?
Yeah.
Yes, but I also hear an airplane.
I have strange noises right now, sort of echo. But anyway, I would like to ask you, Lorne, do you shoot yourself the feature films that you direct? Do you shoot them yourself?
No.
Why not?
Well, I'm already tired in my arms after these 5 minutes.
That is a big factor here.
My talent is a different kind, I think. I should stick to timing and psychology, I suppose, and humor. I will never be a good cinematographer, but I'll certainly try my best for the next 50 minutes.
But is it the first time that you film with a digital video camera?
Almost, yes.
Do you feel at ease with it, or is it very new for you?
Well, I think I'd like to buy one, actually.
And Jean-Marc,
Yes?
you chose to go behind the camera in the full sense in Lovers.
Yeah.
What's that kind of noise? Is Lars going into the canoe?
Yes, I jumped into the canoe. This is fascinating. I'm in the canoe now.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. I wish I could see
Yeah, I
that.
think it's a good move. You should follow. Please, all of you, kind of jump out of the window or do something extreme.
It's interesting because I don't see anything, but I hear a lots of
Oh yes,
things.
I'm sorry. I'll stop paddling.
No, that's good. So Jean-Marc, yeah, was it because of this new tool, a new technology that you decided to be a director?
Well, yeah, because when the camera came out, all of a sudden, like from the new wave or the Nouvelle Vague in the 60s, the creators could appropriate the means of production themselves and actually participate in the writing, the producing, the directing, and actually holding the camera. So the technology really provided a freedom that we didn't have before. So I thought, why not take the camera myself? And it was a wonderful kind of experience.
And now you won't leave it.
I won't leave it. I mean, doing it with these little small cameras, I won't leave it. But if it comes to doing 35mm and where you need more competency, I don't think I could do that. I really enjoy working with people like Robbie Muller, who knows how to make a beautiful image, and I think they have a real role in the cinema.
Okay.
I think that what the Dogme provided was, as Lars said, to eliminate all the kind of artificiality from the cinema and put things on a more simpler plane and bring it down to earth. So all of a sudden, to be able to hold the camera is one of those moves.
Yes, it's more like taking hands with reality. I mean, going close to reality.
Oh, just very
physically.
brave.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes.
No, I just want to say that this tool, this camera, is of course a tool that it's a gift, you know, to have in this time, to live in this time, all that. But it's a gift that should be used with some care. And the reason why we went into all this, Wim, I'm talking about this, you know, to discuss what you're doing. Something that you did back then, I remember. You know, thinking and talking and discussing. And that's something that died out, unfortunately. Yeah. So the reason why I put this down on paper ever, or had the idea of putting it down on paper, was actually to provoke some kind of discussion of what we should do with this new freedom that we have.
And you really succeeded, Wim. Yes. What do you think? Is it this new movement? Is every new movement related to a technical evolution in some way?
It's always both. And in order to respond to Lars, what I remember best from the time when I started making movies was that there was such an existential necessity about it that I never found again afterwards. Mm-hmm. And that I'm only now starting to rediscover. And as Lars said, and as they very righteously sort of provoked, it's that new necessity and that new existential approach comes through technology. And it's really these cameras that allow me to, all of a sudden, really think of nothing but character, story, and necessity. And most movies that I made are not necessary in any way.
Not necessary.
And that's my favorite aspect of the whole Dogme idea, to start making movies out of necessity again, and with an existential approach to it.
I feel that you live with your camera always close by, Wim. You're filming with your own camera right now.
I'm filming right now, and I must agree, it's very hard. And my arm is already falling off. I don't know, where did you put your camera in the canoe, Lars?
I have it in my lab, and I have the other. I'm making a long shot from a little bridge, and I'm going in and out of the long shot right now. But I'm going against the wind. That is why I have to paddle a little bit. But I'm not really satisfied.
The water is very strong, and if I look out of the window here, I see a huge swimming pool outside, and I'm going to direct myself there.
Okay, that's a good one.
Well, in 45 minutes.
I hope the telephone is carrying that far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lars, could you, even if you're paddling or whatever, could you try to sum up the spirit of the rules? You told us why you wrote them down, but not going into any detail. Can you say just what was the spirit of the rules?
But the spirit of the rules was only to have rules, because I think that the reason why there's nobody thinking so much about what they're doing and discussing it is that there's nothing, if everything is, films look like everything at the moment, right? All different effects have been used in different kind of films, in thrillers or whatever. So that in order to, that's a good thing about a church, and a religion. It's always very easy to discuss because there are certain rules that are put down, and it's easy to love them or hate them.
Yeah, but don't you want to break them?
To break them?
Yeah.
Yes, but absolutely.
That's what I wanted to ask you, Jean-Marc, too. Wasn't it hard to submit to the rules? Did you ever rebel against them?
We really didn't take them too seriously. The rules were a way of adjusting to make decisions and get the film done in the end. So the Dogme really put things into a perspective to, when you had problems, adjust and not try and be perfect in everything you do, but actually what Lars says, when you come to start a film, not to really give a damn. And not to really give a damn is a great creative spirit.
Yeah, but you had still to, you were one of the last persons to go into a jury with your finished film, and then you were in front of the Dogme brethren, and then they should say if it was okay or not. Weren't you nervous or a bit angry about the situation?
I love to sin.
Oh, you love to sin. Okay, and Lorne, have you something you want to confess? Did you break the rules in your Dogme?
Yes, I did add a car, but I cut it out today.
Good, that's good, Lorne.
No, I really think that the sportsmanship and the fun of it is not trying to break them, but trying to be inspired by them. So I didn't really want to break them at any point. If I wanted to break them, I could just have made the film as a non-Dogme film. And what I would like to add that with all this technical freedom, I think you tend to lose precision. The precision of the frame and the precision of the moment that you shoot and the precision that you had when you shot on 35mm, that being so expensive and each little frame of the negative being such a treasure. So what you gain in freedom and spontaneity, you seem to lose when it comes to making precise decisions. And also I think that originally the Dogme films were supposed to be shot on 35mm, but none of them really were except one.
I disagree a lot about precision, because I think with these little things you can be very, very precise if you want, and the precision of 35 sometimes can be such a disastrous prison that you really sort of have to break out one day and take something in your hands that is not forcing you to aesthetics that you don't want anymore. And I realized that for the very first time, a long time ago, I made a documentary with Nicholas Ray called Lighting Over Water.
Yes.
And we shot it on 35, and it was truly a very existential experience for all of us, because Nicholas was dying as we were making the movie. Mm. And on all our 35mm rushes, I felt we never saw the truth. We never saw the truth of his death. Mm-hmm. And only on that lousy first generation portable video machine, which is like the very first half-inch portable tape, it was still a big thing that you had to hang around your neck. Mm. But it was the very first time one could actually shoot sort of on consumer video, and on that lousy image, everything that we never were able to catch on 35 was always there. It was an incredible experience. Our 35mm film was totally unable to face the truth of the situation.
Maybe it was too beautiful, and the video, it was real because it was lousy.
Yeah, exactly. And it was not only real, it was, all the pain was in it, and all the suffering, everything was in it. And film, it was all blown away. Film was all make-believe, and the video was the truth. So ever since, I think very highly of other technologies than film.
Uh-huh. I want to know also if you are filming yourself half of the time, talking about rules. Are you still thinking about filming your face, or Lone, are you filming yourself?
Yes, and I'm listening.
And are you ironing your clothes, as you told me?
Excuse me?
Are you ironing your clothes?
No.
No. Just relaxing.
And listening.
Okay.
Relaxing, my arm is falling off.
I'm very sorry for you all. Listen, Jean-Marc, are you filming yourself too?
Yeah, I'm giving you $1 million close-ups here.
It sounds like masturbation almost.
Well, listen, when you got
yourself.
it, flaunt it.
Yes, because that small screen that you can turn towards yourself, you can watch yourself like in a mirror, Jean-Marc.
Huh? Well, yeah, when you're satisfied with it, yeah.
Fine. Just last, who is it screaming out there? Are we in Denmark?
Yes, I'm afraid we are in Denmark. I'm afraid.
Is that on the bridge? People crossing the bridge?
No, people are sailing by.
Because sometimes I have very strong traffic noises. That must be Paris.
I did some street shots.
Yeah, okay.
Well, just to show we were in Paris.
Yeah, okay, I understand now.
But anyway, I say that I remember very well this film about Ray, and I have a beautiful book about it also. And there I remember all this video. But I must say one other thing about the video and the 35 is that, when you see these pictures of when Bergman shot, this, what's it called, Smultronstedet, I don't know what it's called in English.
Sauvage, I don't know in English.
No, but this film about this guy who goes to be a professor in Lund, and it's a road movie, for Christ's sake. It's but then these cameras were enormous. And of course, it's another, I wouldn't say precision, but you have to think for, a long time before you move a camera. It took kind of 4 people to move it. So of course this is different. I don't know about the word precision either, but of course it is different, and I think that of course both things can have its charm.
No, but one thing that's also interesting holding the camera when I was doing it for Lovers is that you can actually, while you're holding it in your hand, participate as an actor. You can actually try and communicate with your inner energies and the actor's energies, and I found that something to be quite liberating.
But actually, I think that what happens when people or when directors do the Dogme films is that they tend to use it to what they need to use it for. So if you've made very stylish films, you enjoy the fast and flexible equipment, and if you have made very fake films, you enjoy the obligation to try to obtain some kind of truth and so forth. So timing is important, I guess, that you shoot a Dogme film when you need it in your development as a director.
So in a way you were fed up with the traditional storytelling, Lorna?
No, I wasn't fed up. I just enjoyed this more. I think I'm going back to traditional storytelling, but I'll hopefully be a better director.
Yeah, so you think you will learn something from it?
And maybe enjoy the bigger equipment more. I don't know. I suppose it resembles primitivism in the... if you were a painter, or changing your instrument for a while if you were a musician.
I think also something that's important is that for the actors it's quite a liberating experience.
Absolutely.
And, you know, to be able to do 3, 4, 5 sequences a day without having to wait 3 hours in a caravan. And,
yes.
you know, it's something that Elodie Bouchez and Sergei Trifunovic, the actors we were working with, we could shoot chronologically, and there was not a lot of waiting around, and we could go shoot in the streets of Paris without any authorization, and the extras were all perfect because they were people walking in the street. They took us for tourists. So it kind of gave a reality that took hours and hours to kind of prepare beforehand.
Yeah, but it's also a kind of a risk, isn't it, Jean-Marc? You shot without permission, I think, just like Godard in the 60s. There's also always a risk shooting like that.
It's a risk, but we didn't really feel it was a risk. We thought that this was a way to really give cinema a chance to breathe a little bit again here in France, because there's so much bureaucracy and so much time-consuming with getting, you know, the committee scripts and the subventions and the government approval. All of a sudden, we decided to forget it and get the film done and worry about the problems later, and they never came. So, you know, it really gives a new breath, I think, to what cinema's about.
Yeah. Lars also took a risk, I think, when he hired Hells Angels to star in The Idiots.
A personal risk.
Were you never afraid, Lars?
Who took a risk?
No, for some strange reason I wasn't afraid of that.
Okay. Wim, what are you filming right now? Are you inside or upstairs?
I went to the loo in between, and I'm walking back to my editing room here.
Okay.
Could I ask Wim a question, actually?
Yes.
What do you think, Wim, that if we're talking about the new French wave, but this new German wave then back then, I don't know what it was called, that you represented, and Werner Herzog and, you know, all these people. What would you say you had in common?
I think the only thing we really had in common was a desire to make movies out of nowhere, and I think we helped each other. There was an enormous deal of solidarity. We helped each other to become a producer because we were 15, and we always produced, the 15 of us, the film by one, so the risk was shared by 15 people. And it was basically an act of solidarity, but we never spoke about content or form. Everybody had his or her own sort of idol. Fassbinder was in love with Douglas Sirk, and Herzog, I think, was very much influenced by German Expressionism. I loved the American movies more than anything else. But so we had nothing in common really as a school or the New Wave. They had an aesthetic program, and we had nothing like that. We just supported each other and helped each other.
You were more like comrades.
Yeah, much more. And then we learned that it wasn't enough to produce ourselves. We learned that you had to distribute, so we became a distribution company as well. Yeah. And that lasted 10 years, and I think none of us would have been able to continuously make movies as we did. Fassbinder made 4 films every year, and us others, we shot a film every year.
But isn't it a bit contradictory to be part of a movement or a school or a group when filming and being an artist in general is so very individual, Wim?
Because it's so very individual, and because it can be a huge load, and because it can be a huge responsibility, I think it's very good to share that other part. And so in order for you to have your hands and your mind free for what it's really about. And I mean, I don't really think I would recommend to any young filmmaker to become a producer anymore.
It's too hard now.
Yeah.
Jean-Marc, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Fine. Did you feel part of a movement or even a planetary movement when you went into Dogme 95?
I was really, like Wim said, just concerned about making a movie. And this all of a sudden had all the criterion of me being able to, with my partner, try and be the most creative on the first effort I was going to do on making a movie. And but the most important thing is because beforehand in France it was very difficult to get movies done. All of a sudden, there was a facility and also the credibility by the idiots and the Festen at Cannes that we could shoot in video. So we just, 2 months afterwards, had an idea, wrote the script in a month and a half, got the financial approval, and shot in 22 days. So all of a sudden, it demystified what the filmmaking was all about until then for me. Yeah. And of course, I still appreciate. I mean, one of my favorite films is *A State of Things* by Wim, and that's one of the very accurate black and white film for me, and I would love to be able to do that kind of thing as well. It's just that this was a way to step into the medium with a great possibility of having a little bit of originality.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've always wanted to make films. Lars has been a big inspiration, of course, and I just jumped on the boat.
Isn't this a very male movement with military terminology, the scout spirit, rescue action, and so on? I don't know if you're angry with me now, Lars.
No, never. I'm angry with myself.
No, but you know, Lorne, don't you feel that you're the only girl in a big boys game?
I was before I made this dog.
Excuse me?
I don't think it's that worrying. I think I'm very privileged.
Yeah, okay. And is someone... do you want to ask a question, Lorne or someone else, to one of you? Because you can seize the chance to ask something. Lorne, do you want to ask a question to anyone?
I would like to hear what the others are photographing at this very moment.
Yeah, so...
I'm filming an Egyptian painting on the cinema right now.
I'm filming a series of photographs of babies.
And Lars?
Okay, I'm symptomatic. You know, I'm filming myself from 2 angles.
Well, so am I, but I think it sounds like it won't be tactless if I take a picture of the rabbits now, then.
No, the rabbits, please.
Have you got rabbits of your own?
Yes.
Living rabbits?
No, in France they are dead rabbits. in Denmark they're living.
I would like to ask if, Lorne, you're used to writing your own scripts, and with the Dogme rules, did you open up more to improvisation? Did you improvise more with your actors?
I wrote as we shot, and what I did do was feel obliged to really focus on the moment, so I thought it would be okay to do that, and I wouldn't have done it in another kind of film. But I keep wondering what the reactions have been to similar movements in film history. And of course I keep wondering what my own films will look like after I've done this one.
Yeah,
But I have all summer to find out.
You think that it will change maybe your work in the future?
Absolutely, yes.
Would you like to do another Dogme, Lorne?
Not now, but maybe in another 20 years when I need to tune the instrument.
And Lars, will you do another Dogme?
You know, I'm not so crazy about rules, you know.
Oh, you're not?
No. Now they're not my rules anymore. So no, I don't know.
You're heading away on other things. And Jean-Marc, do you think you can ever do another Dogme again?
I don't think it really is necessary. We're starting to use we're on our third film, and now we're progressing to putting music and sound editing on this new technology. And basically, I hope the next film after this third film, Being Light, will be shot in 35. I'd like to see that discipline now.
But that actually, can I say one thing about that?
Yeah.
That actually was what we tried to, or the idea of shooting in 35, this in 35. The good thing about that was that this was not just cheap films. You know, the Dogme rules has anything to do with it that it was cheap. It was very, you know, to shoot low budget is one thing, but I would like to see a very, very expensive Dogme film. That would be interesting.
Well, the real difference is like telling a story written with a pencil or written with a Mont Blanc pen. You know.
Yeah, but you can. Well,
we could all get paid. I'd love to do that.
And Wim, would you like to do a very expensive Dogme movie?
I would love to see Wim do a very expensive.
I would love to see it.
And Wim, what do you say? Well, shall we try?
I would say the cost for me is really not the issue. I'm not really even sure. I mean, the money is only in relation to your story, and you can have a lot of money. You can make a very expensive movie, and you miss everything, and you never have enough. And you can have a little amount of money, and you have plenty. So I think to make an expensive Dogme film is a little bit in contradiction in term, but then again, it's not. And I guess I'll make one day.
But maybe you can just keep some of the rules and just forget about the music.
Well, that was my only drawback, I must say. I studied the rules very carefully and realized that that was the only one. And now that everybody's breaking rules, here I come.
Do you like being a judge, Lars? Because you had to be a judge in front of the other Dogme brethren.
No, I hate that. I hate that. That's
a lie. You're such a purist.
But I
no,
mean,
but listen, it's kind of like, you know, if you want to play polo or whatever, you know, follow the rules. Otherwise, it's not polo. It's kind of polar or whatever, you know.
Come on.
No, but
but listen, Lars, it must have been hard to watch Julian Donkeyboy, Harmony Korine's film, because he broke, I think, every rule.
No, but he broke them, but he followed the rules by breaking them or whatever, you know. No, but he tried really hard, you know. He filmed into television monitors, you know, to get different effects. It's kind of pushing the limits of the rules. I think that's fine. That's another way of, you know, working with them.
Listen, I think we have been talking a lot. Shall we try to do just a silent minute, but really 60 silent seconds? And I will tell you when it starts and when it ends. Is it okay with you?
Yes?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll start now. That's it. 1 minute. It's a long time. May I ask you what you filmed? Jean-Marc, what did you film?
Oh, I did a very artistic composition in dance.
In what?
A very interesting dance.
A dance, okay,
Yes.
choreography. And Wim, what did you film?
I filmed my mouth that was shut all the time.
Ah, Lorna?
I filmed my glass of water, my watch, and 2 postcards I had in my bag.
And Lars, what did you film? I just heard
What do you think? What do you think?
maybe
Myself, once again, I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but since you're asking. No, I filmed some flowers actually, but I put the camera in the flowers, so they've kind of filmed me through the flowers. It is. I think that the next generation are going to be terrible of filmmakers. They're going to be even more egocentric than the one before.
Because
the camera's way to go.
Who's hearing all the birds?
Oh, what?
Who is
Someone's
with the
closing
birds?
a door? What's happening?
What?
Are we still there? I heard a door closing, maybe in Munich. No.
But I wonder who is so close to all these beautiful birds that I hear chirping.
That's Lars.
Yeah, that's it. There are birds.
It's Midsummer Nights tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, it's really a very calm and Danish movement. Were you surprised, Wim, to see something be so planetary and coming from such a small place?
You know, I love the Danish soccer team because they're like no other soccer team.
They lose.
They lose, but they lose joyfully, and they make even losing fun. And they're truly my heroes, and they're good players. And winning is not everything. And so I think lots of great things can come from this little country.
That's right. Jean-Marc, don't you you talk a lot about light video, and I don't know you're very engaged in this, but don't you think it's a threat to the movies? Oh, I have a problem here.
Do I think it's a threat?
Yeah, isn't it a threat towards movies in cinema?
No, I don't think it should be seen as a threat. What I think it might reveal is that maybe the things coming out of Hollywood today are linked to their own kind of dogma, and that I think people and the audience is so saturated with images today that if you present them with something human, dramatic, and I think that they adhere and they want to capture. They don't. I think it almost can be kind of compared to what happened when Impressionism came at the beginning of last century with painting. I mean, the classicists were really against it, while at the same time they were just making another painting. And I think the importance of cinema is telling stories and communicating emotions and maybe ideas. And I think the audience is ready for a camera that can move and that has a mobility and that is light, as long as you can present them with beautiful stories.
And Wim, don't you think if there's no movie theaters anymore in the future, would that be sad for you?
That would be very sad, and you see, I think the opposite is taking place. I think movie theaters will be more essential and more necessary than ever, and I don't think any of these films, any of these Dogme films or the films that will come in the future, are in any way anti-theater or wanting to go and see a film together with others. I think actually the contrary is the case. I think it'll be beautiful again to see other films in theaters, as I said, more existentially oriented and with all sorts of other content than just blockbusters. So I think theaters will become more necessary than ever, especially as people are so much more alone than ever before and spend so much more time in front of monitors and all of that. I think the theater experience will even grow in importance in the future. Yeah.
Lars, are you optimistic about the future?
Well, I'm optimistic in the sense that this media have been given back to the people, in a sense. This is political also, but
Yes.
that it's so cheap to do films is fantastic, I think. But I'm just a little worried also what comes out of it. But I think it's fantastic, yeah.
Well, now it's about 6:15 in Marseille, in Europe, and it's not that we're losing the light, but I think the tape will soon end. So I just want to thank you all for being here with me and doing this with us, being so present and so generous with yourselves. And I would like to say goodbye, and I kiss all of you.
So you kiss all of us?
Yes.
That's very French.
Yeah, I mean, on the cheek.
Okay.
And so I say goodbye to you, and we can hang up, and maybe you want to say a last word to each other. Anyway,
Well,
bye.
I'm rooting
bye.
for France in the Euro final. We for once in 70 years have a good team.
And what are they? Are they winning? I haven't seen anything.
Oh, we're doing great. I've never seen a French team like this before. It's just wonderful to watch.
Okay.
In Algiers, you saw it, you know, back then with the piano strings
the
and
French
stuff.
have never been big sportsmen, and for the first time they've. And you know what's great about it is the team is multiracial, and we don't hear Le Pen anymore for the last 2 years. So it's really done wonderful things for France.
So now in the boy things again, Lorna, aren't we?
I have the best time.
Okay. Well,
Lone likes boys.
yeah, me too. Okay, bye to you all.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Good luck with all
Bye.
your movies. Bye
Thanks,
bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Take care. Slate.
Goodbye.
Bye, Lars.
No,
Bye,
I'm
Lorna.
not sure. I'm just taking this off because
Okay, that's
I
fine.
think we have said enough.
So now, Gabriel,
Oui.
tu vas avec la caméra tournante finir enlever les appareils à Vim.
Skal vi gå ned?
Ok, toujours en laissant.
Skal vi lave efterklap?
You're gonna turn it off.
Jesper,
Skal vi lave from here? Skal vi lave
okay, who is speak?
41.
Peter? Okay, you don't.
Okay.
You keep the camera running, but you
And I realized I
can.
was on standby all of a sudden.
It was only the...
The show is.
No, I just
Yeah.
touched the button.
Go, vi går lige ned. Go.
Okay, Jesper.
So that was the only thing.
Okay, wonderful.
3 minutes. 3 seconds. Okay.
Skal du ikke godt på begge kameraer?
Rico.
Okay.
No, you keep. No, tu gardes la
Vent
caméra.
lidt. Ja, jeg er klar.
Vous laissez la caméra
hvor er det
tourner,
godt.
you keep the camera running.
Så må vi gerne stoppe dem, eller hvad?
Rico,
okay.
tu gardes la caméra, tu la laisses tourner. Ok, Gabriel aussi. Jérémy.
Oui, je t'entends.
Faudrait-vous baigner plus par là, parce que là vous allez vous écorcher.